What's going on YouTube, New Fighting Order fans, NMO fans, TSG and Fighting Game League? This is Alex Lexus, doing a response to a response of a response. Alright? Yesterday, the New Fighting Order staff kind of got on board with me and kind of were responding to topics of exclusives and some of the backdoor dealings with different companies like Sony and Nintendo and all that. But I just took some notes, a couple of things that I copy pasted here because I'm getting kind of old and I don't want to forget anything. But I guess we stepped on a couple of toes, and I just want to set the record straight that in no way do I favor one more than another. I'm not a fanboy or anything of that nature, but it just, I do have preferences, and everybody's entitled to them, and if I place primarily on one system and I'm not getting something on that particular system, it kind of sucks. Case in point, think of it like a cable TV or cable service provider. I have Verizon, Fios, and all that, and you have someone with Xfinity, and you got Time Warner, and there's certain channels that are not made available on your carrier, and some people might not be too happy with that, and unless you're calling in or making a petition or request. I mean, everybody's entitled to at least try to get something on their preferred service, console, PC or whatever. So I just wanted to, now with a calmer head, I just wanted to make sure that I put that out there. But kind of delving a little bit deeper, I've been seeing some videos that were kind of set in video responses to the video with the controversial topics, and it kind of mutated and turned into a thing where now it's almost looking like the console war of the fanboys again. This console life cycle is almost over. There's no reason to really be saying, well, the Xbox is better than the PS3 and vice versa and all that. At this point, they already proved what system strengths each of them had. So there's no point in beating a dead horse in that respect, because we're on the verge. We're embarking on next gen technology, supposedly. So I don't want to get into that fight anymore because it's trivial now. Um, Going further, I'm looking at this thing with the Rayman controversy with Ubisoft, and a lot of people hate Ubisoft right now for making a decision that's to protect them. I'm just gonna say it like this: I am actually on Ubisoft's side with this. Now, it's not to say that it's not messed up how it happened, but it's almost as if, like, man, you see, I work in a corporate area, and you kind of hear things about, hey, you got a company trying to stay above, keep their head above water, cut costs, not take so many risks. So, in order for companies to thrive, if there's something that they're gonna partake in, a deal that they're gonna partake in, that they either have to halt, stop, cut, or like shave employees, or I mean, people have to understand Ubisoft. Yeah, the whole promise of the exclusive Rayman to the Nintendo Wii got people's hopes up, and I hope Ubisoft understands that. Yeah, you're gonna get a bit of backlash on that, because you got these people playing the demo on the Wii U, and then there's just like they're waiting to exhale, and then all right. But then again, on the flip side, Ubisoft did a smart thing, because like Demizo was saying yesterday, if Nintendo's system is not really selling all that well, and their units as a whole, they're not even pushing the numbers that Ubisoft would be comfortable with. That's something where Ubisoft is like, it had to stop and say, let's reevaluate this. All right. The Wii U is not selling to expectation. We have 360 and PS3 that has a huge user base. I mean, the Rayman games, I have the Rayman on the Vita. I have it on Xbox right now. I just picked it up. Um, it's just something where it's going to sell, and they just really were doing the wise thing. And this is what I was saying about all this exclusive stuff. You know what I mean? It's Ubisoft was smart. They just said, hey, let's capitalize and say, hey, we got three consoles. Why are we sticking ourselves with one while we're barring all our opportunities to bring in more revenue? So they went cross-platform, multi-platform for it. So I don't think Ubisoft should be burned at the stake for that. They're just trying to protect themselves. Um, the King Richard Pryor one. I'm hopefully I'm not messing up his YouTube handle. He and I were in a discussion on another video in reference to that, and I do not blame Ubisoft one bit. I'm actually applauding them for that. More people will get to enjoy that game. You're gonna have more a broader audience, and just to say, bam. I used to be that, you know, uh, like mine when it came to like Xbox stuff back in the day. It's like a good example, Ninja Gaiden, when Itagaki-san was with Team Ninja and Tecmo. You only found the new Ninja Gaiden games on the Xbox. I'm like, yeah, sweet, score. But then again, I thought about it. I said, that's not cool, because Ninja Gaiden was originally like on Nintendo. Then you had the Genesis version, which was like a remake of the arcade version of Ninja Gaiden. For those of you who don't know, I'm kind of giving away my age here. But it's something where, as a third party company, they can do that. You can't tell them you're only going to make for our system, you know? So, if they choose to go that route, let them. I mean, more people are going to be able to enjoy the games. So, Ubisoft, kudos to you for going that route, but you got to understand where the backlash is coming from. People feel let down. They feel like they got played. So, it's just, hopefully, they can make amends with them, but maybe, I don't know, a 7 month delay for Rayman to be coming out. That's pretty stiff. It's pretty stiff. Now maybe, hopefully, they can boost up the release date or something. Maybe midsummer or early August or so. Which kind of brings me to the next point. A lot of people were talking about, oh well, it's stupid for Ubisoft to be releasing a game in September when GTA 5 is popping out. All right, fair enough. I mean, some people made a point, but then again, it doesn't really make a point. I was watching a video by Steph to Def. Shout out to her show and her channel. Very informative. Make sure you go subscribe to her page. She made some good points. So what if Rayman comes out and in September when GTA 5 comes out? It's not like they're the same genre of games. It's, you got a platformer, and you have GTA 5 open world type game where I don't believe that they're going head to head with GTA 5. A better comparison would be last year Call of Duty and Halo 4 coming out at the same time. That they were locked head to head, dead heat, locked. But when you kind of consider, Call of Duty is definitely going to sell more than Halo 4, because Halo 4 is an Xbox exclusive game. Yeah, is going to make, it's a first party, in essence, a first party Halo franchise. You're not going to find that on PS3 or the Wii U. So of course Call of Duty is going to outsell. But you see, with that point in mind, that's why Rayman is going cross-platform, multi-platform, because it's going to sell more. It's going to sell more. It won't suffer the same restrictions that Halo 4 had to suffer in terms of if you're trying to compete. So it's just, people just have to kind of look at the whole spectrum there. It just doesn't make really sense to me why they would say that Rayman's gonna fail when it's not even trying to compete with GTA 5. They're two different games. So it's coming out at a decent time too, because now you got time going into the holiday season that, hey, you got kids who might want to play it. I'm an old school gamer who likes platformers. I know Alpha Omega Sin was talking about that on his vlog show. It's a good game. Good games are gonna sell. There's nothing you can really say or do about that. So those of you who are whining and crying about it, like, take a pacifier, put it in your mouth, shut the fuck up. It's not that serious, really. So moving on. Uh, if you just look at it, Ubisoft just had to protect themselves. I don't think that people gotta understand, and I'm trying to think like Demizzle, how he would look at it. Why would you say no to money? Think about it. If you can get more money developing on other platforms, do it. Because you got some guys who would say, well, Sony or Microsoft or whatever can pay off the company to do that. Money talks, yes. This is a business. Money does indeed talk. But whatever one company would pay would pale in comparison to what they could get or could pull in by putting your product out there in different arenas to pull in some income. So that's all I got to say on that particular point. But on my final note, because again, normally these solos go into the next topic or the part two with New Fighting Order staff. It was, Brother Natural. He made a comment in one of the other videos, and I've known him since I was in first grade. That's a good buddy of mine. He's kind of an auxiliary member of our podcast, and he made a comparison to, okay, let's say the New Fighting Order NMO and TSG get approached by someone like Screw Attack or Machinima, and they're saying you can only broadcast on our channel. And he made a good point with that, because he'd be like, that'll be a tough that would be a tough decision to make. However, if you look at the broader scope of things, let's say we were in a position where, okay, if we broadcast and we're getting paid sponsorship and we're getting paid from three different sources, I'd rather get paid from different sources than to somebody try to buy me off and lock me down in one place. So I guess that's a preference thing, but if it's the one place trying to lock you down, they better be able to pay up, like, no joke. Same thing with, I believe, the whole Bayonetta thing. I don't know how much Nintendo put into Bayonetta to make it Wii U exclusive, but in time, I think that Platinum Games is gonna follow the same path as Ubisoft. It doesn't make sense. It's like someone telling you can only invest in one stock, but if you can invest in multiple stock, why not? That's the point I'm trying to drive across the board. But with that being said, a little lighter tone, kind of fix my little overlays and everything from last time, because I was really angry and I was just eating up my words. But leave your comments below. I believe that Ubisoft was in the right for doing what they did. It's just the reality sucks, and people are stung by this. The Wii U fans, I feel bad for you guys. I really do. Because there's not a lot, and that's why I didn't pick up the Wii U on launch, because remember a couple of months ago, Nelson and I had planned to pick up the Wii U, and I was gonna take mine and probably take it out to Brooklyn where he's at and do the unboxing there. But it's just like, why drop $350 on a system that I'm only gonna play one or two games on, and it's just gonna sit and collect dust? That's what my PS3 is doing, and the only reason why I keep it you got certain games that we know are not going to show up on the Xbox, like the new JoJo's Adventure All Star Battle. You know, that kind of pissed me off. That's a PS3 exclusive, but I have the system in order to do the review for it. So there you go. You know, but with that being said, leave your comments below. Please subscribe to the New Fighting Order YouTube channel. We're trying to get that donation stuff so we can push a little bit more. Now you see over my head, Fighting Game League, Twitch TV. If you want to see the podcast live, you can actually go into our little chat box and you can ask us questions in real time. We had Grow87. He was sending us some stuff last time. We were actually interacting with the audience. So, yeah, just be a part of that. We'd like to get more people involved in our broadcast, be it as guests, or if we're playing Call of Duty or playing Street Fighter. And if Michael Hurdle starts doing Salty Gamers on Sundays again, I know he's taking some time off to take care of some personal stuff, but open lobbies, Mike does them, does some commentary. He does some fight breakdowns of some of his replays. Very informative stuff. Good shit. You know. So Mike, I'm waiting for you. I want to see you come back. All right. So this has been my little mini short. See you next time on the New Fighting Order podcast show for current games topics, and check out Magic Box. Good stuff, guys. See you later.